Ray, do you think Seattle missed their moment to create a dynasty?
I do. I said it then. I was sitting at one of the hotels in Arizona, and me and Jordan was sitting there talking, and he was livid about they could not go back to back, and they could not. And I kept saying, they're gonna win the Super Bowl. And I get there on the 1 yard line, and I'm looking at them with beast mode in the backfield. I'm looking at them with the running quarterback. I'm looking at Marshawn Lynch take the ball and go 7 yards, 13 yards, go down to the 2 yard line. And I'm like, it's game over. You run the ball 28, I think 30 seconds left on the clock for Brady to score on that defense. Impossible. When the moment is missed, I want you to look at Seattle now. It's a totally different ball club than we're used to seeing and what that moment turned out to be. Think about moments. Think about moments in sports. Tennessee Titans, Rams, 2000. 1 yard. Half a yard separates a moment that if you don't grab it, it's over. Buffalo Bills, 4 Super Bowl appearances, but never pushed the envelope for one moment to say, and they've never been the same again. You go all the way back to Dan Marino. Gets there his rookie year and never sees it again. So you got to think about, I think what people don't realize that sports gives you an opportunity that you can't redo. Now, you can come back the next season and try to make it better or change what you did the year before, but you can never redo these moments. And the Seattle Seahawks, to take one of the most physical running backs that we've seen in the history of this game and not hand him that ball, you have to ask yourself a real question. Where did that call come from? Because if you think about the real question, we've never really heard where that question came from. Like, why would you throw the ball on the 1 yard line? I lived it. Steve McNair, 2006. We walk in Baltimore, and Rex Ryan promised me that we will not lose a game if Peyton Manning don't score. We gave Peyton Manning 5 field goals. 5 field goals. And we get on the 1 yard line with Steve McNair and Jamal Lewis in the backfield. And instead of us running the ball on the 1 yard line, we got cute and threw the ball. And you know what? It took us 12 years to get back before we ever seen another chance at a ring. Because moments don't, think about the teams over the last 10 years. You can, even the NBA, Spurs 5, Lakers 5, the Heat, it's only certain teams that's gonna be there every year. And Seattle had a chance to do something that we hadn't seen in sports in many years, which was back-to-back Super Bowl champions. Maybe crowned the greatest defense ever.
Yep.
If they pull that off, they will be crowned the greatest defense ever.
Yep.
And that one decision shattered all that. So do I say it really put a damper on Seattle for that dynasty? Yeah, I think it did.